Hello, welcome to the Carousel of Conversations. You're in for a real treat. Join us as we take a spin through the past, present, and future of all things Disney. Here, where there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow just a podcast away. Let the podcast begin.
Welcome back, everyone, to today's episode of Carousel of Conversations. Hey, look, we have name tags under our names now.
Hi.
I have 2 exclamation points.
And I have
I-
a space between my name and my exclamation point, which makes it ultimately better.
No, mine
And
just means
I'm
I'm
just
extra
RJ.
loud.
That is for sure, Jesslyn.
What is my contact name in your phone, Noah?
Megaphone.
Oh, I thought it was Ricky Loud.
It was Ricky Loud, but I changed everyone to items. Like, for instance, RJ is monitor because he always likes computers, and Jesslyn is a megaphone.
Nice. Well, we are in a different program. The last
Yeah,
2
we're
videos that we've uploaded, we had some issues with them where either Noah and myself were freezing, the audio was off from the video, or we had a guest on with Carissa, and we had some issues with that video as well. And so what we decided to do was go ahead and switch over to a different recording program. So you'll have to let us know what you think about it and if it works well, or if you feel like it's a worse quality, better quality, the same, whatever your thoughts are on it. We definitely want to know. And I wanted to apologize. I never want to put out bad quality. I even want to do reels and different things like that so we can promote the podcast. But I wasn't able to do that the past 2 episodes because we had such poor quality in recording. So we're trying this thing out. Hopefully it works and we are able to put out a good episode like we typically do, but we may not be able to. Who knows? We'll try it and see how it goes. But thank
I
you
feel
so much
like
for your patience and understanding.
We should make note that I never had any technical difficulties.
That is true. It's
That is
actually
odd.
true.
Listen,
It's
Her
very
first
odd.
one, maybe.
Jesslyn has the oldest computer out of all of us.
It's not
And-
even
Yeah.
that old.
It's not, but like out of me and RJ, yours is newer and it still worked better. Like even mine would have
Yeah.
audio problems or video problems. And then there's
I don't know what
Jesslyn's.
happened to my last clip, but it was like the audio was just slightly off to where I could notice the difference between my video. And it was just annoying me half to death. I'm
Also-
sure nobody even noticed, but
Yeah.
I did.
We should also mention that Jesslyn also has to have RJ come into her room and fix her settings every single episode. That is true.
Understand.
That is true. We'll just like hop onto Discord and Jesslyn, ugh, I'm upside down again. Happens to the best of
understand.
us.
It was
Happens
very.
to the
It felt
best of
very
us.
nice to be right side up tonight.
Well,
Very refreshing.
I really hope this works out tonight, and I do want to say that this is going to be a fun episode for us because this is our final prep before our Disney World trips. So
Exactly.
literally, as we speak, as we're recording this a little bit early so that Noah is
Mhm.
leaving literally tomorrow
I'm leaving in less than 12 hours.
to
actually.
go to Disney World.
Yep. Going to Disney World in less than 12 hours, everyone.
Let's go to Disney.
No, Jesslyn, please.
No, stop.
I allow
Dick,
so many
dick,
songs.
dick,
I allow
dick.
so my gate. This is the fence that I build.
Well, you leave in 12 hours. RJ and I leave in 16 days and 11 hours for our
So
next
almost
trip.
12 days and almost
Yeah.
12 hours.
Yeah.
So we are both very excited, or all 3 of us really are very excited to go on these Disney World trips. And so we kind of wanted to talk about what our final prep looks like as we're preparing for those Disney World trips and kind of like what we're thinking and what's going through our heads as we're getting ready to embark on these new adventures to Disney World again. Back to Disney World. Anyways, wow, I went off on my show notes and now it's totally thrown me off
I
altogether.
was singing that
RJ's
song
off of her
back
script.
to life, back to reality. You don't know
Okay.
that
I
song?
know that one. I know that song, yeah. It's a good one.
Let's talk
What were we
about
talking about?
our style of how we prepare.
What type of
Are we
planners
more over prepared? Like
Mm.
we're 12 days out or whatever, 16 days out. Have we already packed? Or are we spontaneous? Are we Noah who hasn't even finished packing yet and he's
That
leaving
is
in
true.
12 hours?
That
Oh
is
my
true.
goodness, for a Disney
Still
trip,
haven't-
you haven't even started packing yet?
I've started. I'm almost done. I just need to like get my backpack stuff and go through my final check of my suitcase. My suitcase I packed an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Yeah, it's pretty
Day
cool.
I think I am more like Noah when it comes to packing, but more over prepared when it comes to the actual trip itself. So like when it comes to packing, I'm like 10 o'clock the night before and we're leaving at 8 o'clock in the morning type packer. But when it comes to like how I prepare for the actual trip itself, like planning lightning lanes and planning, all that stuff, the hotels and everything like that, I will have that all planned out way, way ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the way I think about it. Meanwhile, Jesslyn is already got our daughter just about packed and all of her clothes picked out.
So what did I say? We're 16 days out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, this past weekend. So maybe like 4 days ago, I went through all of Bella's clothes, laid out what outfit she was going to wear at what park, folded them. They're sitting in a pile in her closet. And all I really need to do is just move it to a suitcase.
Listen, the reason I don't pack so far out is because I don't want to be walking around my house like a hobo, wearing like the least.
Yeah, that's me.
Least. I'm just like, you know what? I'll just pack the night before so everything's clean. I got a brand new package of stuff. I got a new delivery from the laundry room, and I got all my stuff ready to pack. So I'm not running on fumes for like a week. Jesslyn.
There is an aspect of that where I'm like, okay, I could pack all of my t-shirts that I'm taking for the trip tonight, but like my running pants or my biker shorts or whatever, yeah, like those are daily attire for me.
Yeah.
Like that is going to be in the washer the day before, but I have mentally prepared what I'm wearing each day already. I have that
Meanwhile,
planned out.
I have no idea what I'm wearing each day,
Yeah.
and we're gonna kind of wing it. And that Jesslyn's been like on Amazon ordering ears and shirts to match everything. Meanwhile, I'll be like the week of, hey, I should probably pick out some shirts to wear for this. Oh, I might need to order some new ones on Amazon type deal.
You
Yeah,
gotta be
so,
a
like,
planner.
Yeah, so like I was packing and I just kind of go through all my shirts and I lay them out and I fold them and I'm like, is this a pajama shirt or is this a walking around shirt? That way. That way. Okay. So I just kind of go through that process. What is suitable to wear walking and what is suitable to wear in the house? And that's, what I do. Yep, it works. It's a good system.
Now, you're only going to one park, Noah.
Yes.
So do you have, this is like a pre-vacation to your vacation. So do you have a specific outfit picked out for that park that's specific to that park?
I didn't until I was packing and I realized I had that shirt that you made me, Jesslyn. I was going to wear that day. And that's all I have planned
card
for it.
one?
Yeah, the card where it says, like, please hand this to the cast member
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
most accurate wait times or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. I'm going to wear that
Yeah.
one. But I didn't know what I was going to wear until I saw that shirt, so.
Nice. Jesslyn, do you have like specific shirts for each park or how do you plan that out?
Oh, yeah, I have a specific shirt, specific outfit for each park. And I think about it according to the major themes of that park. Like Hollywood Studios, my favorite ride of all time is Tower of Terror. So I have this whole Tower of Terror outfit planned out with the ears and like it's a black shirt and a burgundy biker shorts. Like, I mean, I have it all systemed out. And my Magic
I didn't even
Kingdom
know they sold
days.
burgundy shorts.
Yeah, they do. Amazon. So, like my Magic Kingdom days, I aim towards princesses. So I've got a Rapunzel like themed outfit one day and then a Belle themed outfit. And then Epcot, of course, it's all Guardians. I'll get my Guardians ears. I have this cool shirt I got with all the mixtapes. And so I have it all systemed out.
Nice.
Oh,
Yes.
I forgot to mention, hold that thought, Noah, that for one of my Hollywood Studios days, since the villain show is there, I'm going to bring out my Maleficent stuff and I'm going to do that one day. All right, go ahead, Noah.
What are you wearing for the most important day of your trip? Animal Kingdom.
I have green shorts and a shirt that has the Tree of Life on it. And it has
okay.
Pooh Bear looking at a tiger. And it says, "Is that you, Tigger?"
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Also,
I don't
I have
have
a
a shirt
request for a
planned.
shirt. I have a request for a shirt, Jesslyn, and I'm saying this
Okay.
on air because I know only 2 of our listeners might get this reference, okay?
Okay.
I want a shirt that says hashtag spelled out the word, like not just like the little hashtag symbol, but like
You want
like letters.
hashtag.
Hashtag,
Okay.
yeah. Hashtag bring hyperspace hoopla back.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
All right,
then
next
I have
subject.
to have a shirt for Animal Kingdom that has a dinosaur on it that says, "That's not our
Oh,
dino."
Yeah. Also one that says "and a fly." That one would be cool too.
And fly.
Yeah, that one's kind of popular. That's why I went with the hyperspace hoopla one.
Okay.
Thank you, Dad. I
Now-
know you're watching this.
Was that one of
Now-
your two? What about you,
Do you-
RJ? Do you have t-shirts planned?
I don't yet.
Kind
Not
of.
yet. Sort
Jeez,
of.
RJ, you
I have,
gotta
like,
plan
a
these
few-
things. Come on.
I have a few planned out that I've just worn in the past, but like I don't have all of them picked out. Up till like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whenever Father's Day was, I don't remember. I didn't have an Epcot shirt, and Jesselyn got me one for Father's Day, and so I'm very excited about that one. It's a Three Caballeros one.
I feel like it's
So I
so
think
perfect
that
for
that's
RJ
awesome.
to wear a
Yes,
Three
it's like-
Caballeros t-shirt.
That's like one of my favorite for that, and so I definitely enjoy that one. But yeah, I don't really have anything like that planned yet. I will probably maybe this week. I don't know, but
Or
Maybe
be like
next
me,
week.
you know, playing 12 hours before. That's
yeah,
sounds
but
awesome
I do
in my
need to
opinion.
buy some new clothes for this trip because I think we're gonna be
Ah.
going to different parks on different days, and so just kind of
Mm.
planning that out. Now it's gonna be hot. Do you have like gear packed for that, like fans or anything?
Yes, we have one of those little misting fans that Disney gives you. You can buy from Disney that like have the shooters.
Yeah.
They don't work too well, but they're good enough, you know. We also have cooling towels and batteries for sure, because the sun will dry out your phone battery in a second. So
Yeah.
make sure you're bringing portable batteries that are MagSafe. Now, the reason I say MagSafe is just because they attach to your phone, and you can just carry them along. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about a cord or it getting unplugged. It just connects to the back of your phone, causes a little bit of heat, makes your pocket a little hot. But like, I'd rather have that than like a cord sticking out of my pocket all weird, and
Yeah.
it's just better.
Plus, like, I got a super good battery backup for my trips, and
Uh-huh.
I get stopped by security every time because of it. And so that's a sort of thing that you can have to deal with. The bigger the
Yeah.
battery you get, like, that's why a lot of people recommend those fuel rods, which I
Mhm.
wouldn't recommend those. Those are too small.
No.
But they recommend the smaller ones so you don't have to get stopped by security every
But-
time you go through because of your battery backup.
Yeah, even if you're bringing a backpack though, they still make you go through security and they check your backpack. So
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're
they're
having a
going to check your
backpack-
backpack.
either way, you're getting stopped by security. But if you're not wearing
Yeah.
a backpack, just, you know.
See, but I don't always get stopped with my backpack. Like, it
Mm.
just depends on what I've got in my backpack. If I got a ton
Gotcha.
of Disney pins or I've got a battery backup, then I get stopped every time. But if I don't, then, you know, they're good with it. But
A lot of
I do-
times. Oh, go ahead, RJ.
I do have a cooling towel that we bought a few years ago on our Disney World trip that I don't recommend buying it at Disney World, even though this one's really super cool, because they're more expensive to buy them
Yeah.
at Disney World.
A
And then
lot
one
more.
thing that we bought for a theme park, a local theme park here, was these little fans, and I definitely don't regret buying this. So like
Oh, yeah,
it's
is that
got a
the-
little fan and then it clips onto your belt. So like this side clips onto the side of your belt, on like the outside of your belt, and then this side, like you put your shirt inside of it and it blows cool air up your shirt all
Yeah,
day.
that looks cool.
And I had it on for about 8 hours on like the second to highest setting throughout the day, and it kept me cool pretty much all day. So this is like my absolute, I'm definitely bringing this to Disney World because it's going to be
Mhm.
hot while we're there.
It
But I
also
also
has a
really think it's cool.
lanyard around it, and I found that I like to, instead of hooking it on my belt, hook it on the top of my shirt, and so it's like really blowing air right there in my
Yeah.
face. Yeah.
Got a
Yeah.
whole AC system there, buddy.
Yeah, Bella
Yeah.
loves it. In fact, we probably should buy her one.
Yeah, she said today, she's like, I definitely want one. And I was like, okay, we'll have to get you one. She doesn't like the stroller fan as much as she likes the fan she can hold. But even still, like, when we got into the car at the end of the day, Jesselyn hooked it onto the little handle above her head, and she was just using that as like her own little personal cooling off while she was in the car. And that's perfect for us. Like, I'm definitely going to be packing that for every trip that we do over the summer, and probably even during like our trip in January and stuff too. I just think that that's super valuable. What mistakes have you made in the past that you want to Jesslyn, you had your thought that I interrupted. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking about getting stopped at security a lot. Something that you might want to consider, and we might can talk about this later when we're packing, but like I love the Loungefly bags, but when I go as a family, I have to take a little bit of a bigger bag. And so what a popular bag to take is one of those nice looking, they're diaper bags, but they're backpacks. And Noah, your mom has one, but at the top
She does?
where yeah, because she gets stopped at security
Didn't even know.
every single
Yeah, she does.
time.
Without
And
fail,
it's-
she gets stopped
It's
by
because of her
security.
bag, right at the
Yeah.
zipper, there's a metal rod
Mhm.
inside of it to help make a square shape.
Yeah.
And that's what causes security to go off. And so maybe think about that too when you're getting a bag. The less metal, the better, you know?
Yeah.
Another thing I will say as a pro tip, like when you're going through security and you do get stopped all the time, ask them why. Say,
Mhm.
I get stopped every time. Is there something in my bag that's causing me to get stopped so I know not to do this in the future? And a lot of times they'll just tell you. So like for me, it was my battery backup. Every time I brought it into the park, they would tell me that was what was causing it. So I stopped putting that big battery backup in my backpack and I stopped getting stopped. So like one day they said, hey, it's your Disney pins. You've got too many of them in there and they're counting as metal objects. And so they look suspicious on our scanner. So you don't bring in so many pins, just bring in a handful or something like that. So
Yeah.
they'll tell you like, hey, this is what you are. And I guess we can kind of merge the next two questions. So like, do you bring a backpack into the park, Noah?
Yes, I do. But not for the normal reason. So, like, I bring a backpack to hold my drinks that I get in the park and ones that I
Mhm.
bring from outside. I'm not sure. Can you bring drinks outside? I don't think you can.
Yeah.
But, oh, you can?
You
Okay.
can.
So I'll have a backpack to hold those because holding a bottle all day in that heat or whatever time of year you go, it gets draining. I know it's a little bottle that doesn't even weigh a pound or something, but trust me,
No.
you don't
Yeah.
want to be holding on to that for all day. So get a backpack and put that in there. But I also use it because I buy a lot of merch. I use it to put my merch in. So I'm not carrying it around and like holding it everywhere. And especially on rides, you can just stuff it in your backpack. So your backpack is what you're looking for, not 5 different Disney bags that you're holding everywhere. You can just stick that at your feet or stick that in a little pouch and you're all set. And I think that it just works better for me. And you could put your battery packs when you're not using them there so it's not weighing your pockets down. It's just smart to bring a backpack as a big pocket, not as a like, let me bring snacks, let me bring waters, let me bring this, let me bring this. I know you guys bring a lot of that because you have a child, but since I do not have children, I can bring other stuff.
See, so that's the difference for me. I bring a bigger backpack. I bring my own water bottle. And so on the front of my backpack, I've got like a little plastic hook that's attached to the strap. And what I do is I got a little carabiner hook for like hiking, and I got a water bottle that was like a Yeti with a screw on top, and I hooked that water bottle onto the front of my backpack. Now I look like a goober all day holding that water bottle in front of it, but it's kind of a good reminder for me to make sure that I'm drinking water all day because it's constantly hitting me. It's right there in front of me. It's a good reminder for me as I'm walking around the parks. Hey, don't get dehydrated. Drink this water. So for me, I like that. And my water bottle's too big to fit in the side pouch. So like I want a big water bottle to use throughout the day. So it's too big to fit in the side pouch. So that's kind of why I do it that way. And then inside my bag, I pack a ton of stuff. So I'll pack an extra pair of shoes, usually Crocs for when it rains, so I can swap over to those real quick. Like a rain poncho, some Disney pins, a battery backup, and then like some, snacks that we can eat throughout the day that Bella or I could eat throughout the day. And then just kind of any other sort of things. Like we swap between Jesslyn and I and holding Bella's autograph book with whoever she's been going to the character meet and greets. We both have a Sharpie in our bag so that we can have that for the autograph books. So different things like that we kind of try to plan out. And then one year, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I had my old Magic Band in my backpack, and it was good that I did because because when I got on one of the rides, my magic band popped off and I lost it. And so it fell off on Seven Dwarves, and I told the cast member they couldn't get it until the end of the day. I never got it back, but I had my other one in my backpack, so I was able to pull that out, wear that for the rest of the day, and use it as my primary magic band. So if you got an old one, maybe that might happen. I hope not, but just having that sort of backup. And my backpack is not so heavy that it's unbearable. It's hot for sure, but it's not unbearable. Jocelyn, what do you do?
Well, a lot. I start by like depending on the seasons that I'm going in, I'll have a poncho in there. I'll have slides to change into in case it rains, things like that.
Yeah.
But I'll have our fans, our portable fans.
Yeah.
I'll have Bella's autograph books. I'll have wet wipes for like when we're eating at quick service places. I can wipe down tables really quick or wipe off Bella's hands frequently. Pens, sunscreen, because my skin is very, very pale.
She needs to reapply like 6 times a day.
Yes. I'll carry like a small little bag of like, this is probably more for like a female thing, but like I'll carry my body glide in there in case I need more for that hot, sweaty July day. Or sometimes I'll bring like makeup fresheners or whatever because I'm insecure, and like hair ties and things like that. But I always try to leave room too. So if we're getting on a ride, kind of like with Noah with the souvenirs, we have a stroller, so we tend to throw all of our souvenirs in the stroller, but my ears will fit easily in a backpack if I have to take it off on a ride or something like that. So I'll tend to do those types of things. I don't really carry snacks, but I always carry a water bottle. So this water bottle is typically my park water bottle because I like it because it has the non-exposed straw.
Yeah, I like those straws.
Yeah, those are so much better for public places. And so I can just throw it in the side of my backpack because it doesn't stay well in the stroller, or I'll hook it on the mommy hook or something like that.
Are there any important things that you bring on the side? Like for me, I bring extra motion sickness patches. One year I forgot to do that, and I ended up having to go back to the hotel when we were at Animal Kingdom one day and go get a motion sickness patch because I forgot it at the hotel. And so what I usually do is, you're not supposed to keep them in a certain temperature, so I don't like to keep all of them in there because they're temperature specific for those patches, but I usually keep one in the backpack itself so that I have it available should I forget it. I also bring Band-Aids because no matter how much I break in my shoes, I typically will rub like a blister on one of my feet for a day. And so having that Band-Aid in my backpack kind of helps me to be ready for those blisters if they come, to not have to go to a first aid kit place in the parks, which those are an option to go to a first aid place. But like, I'd rather just have that in my backpack ready to go should I need it. Are there any essentials that you bring that would be kind of often forgotten that you would think of?
I bring ibuprofen actually a lot. So if
Yeah,
me
you
too.
get any sun damage or like a sunstroke, or what is the other one?
Heat stroke.
Headaches?
Heat stroke? Yeah, that's the same thing. But yeah, if you get a headache or something, like, you can just pop one of those. They give you free water. So you can just pop one of those, and you don't want your day to be ruined by a migraine or something. You spent so much money and time to get here. Don't let it be ruined by just not carrying Advil around. So that's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else I carry.
Sometimes, like along those lines with the ibuprofen, I always carry ibuprofen. I always carry an allergy pill because I am not religious about taking my allergy medicine. And until it hits me midday in the park, man, my eyes are watering a lot. So then I'll take my allergy pill.
Yeah.
And then also, RJ and I have found, because we're foodies, that the more Disney food that we eat, the more heartburn that we get. And so
This is 100% true.
so we tend to like also snack on Tums while we're there. So we carry Tums.
I've done Prevacid a lot too in the past, where I'll start taking it a few days ahead of time and start taking that Prevacid, which is like a acid reducer pill, so that if you're eating a ton of barbecue or like, those foods that give you heartburn, that's definitely it. And then Ziploc bags.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say Ziploc bags would be very beneficial, and especially if it does rain and like your poncho gets wet, because the rain's going to stop, right? So fold it up. Don't put it in your backpack and get everything wet. Stick it in that Ziploc bag. Or even if sometimes I've seen people online use their Ziploc bags, like if they do a quick service and their kid doesn't eat all their food. We've done this before with Bella. There's some place that she can get those cutie oranges for a side.
Pecos Bill.
Pecos Bill, yeah. And
Yeah.
so we tend to keep those because she won't eat them there at the mill, and we'll put those in a Ziploc bag so she'll have it to snack on later or something like that.
Yeah. Those are also, I also bring like a plastic Walmart bag to stick my shoes in. So I usually keep my shoes in there, but then like if I'm taking my Crocs off and they're wet, I don't want them to get my whole bag wet. Now, there's one thing I will say, I don't like the old school rope back. What are they called? The Nike one that I have, Jocelyn.
Yeah, it's like the Nike
Pull
string
string.
backpacks.
Oh, pull strings. No, those are awful.
Don't
Those
do
are not
those.
good.
Yeah.
Nope.
All day in the park, they're rubbing and they're
Mhm.
digging into your shoulders, and the
And they
longer
don't
you
carry
wear
anything.
them, and
Yeah.
they're so painful. I see so many
Mhm.
people doing that in the park. Please, please, please don't do that.
And a lot of times those back too, if it does rain, they're gonna get
Yeah,
wet.
they're not-
Like they're
yeah.
gonna leak. Not leak's not
Mhm.
the word, but like the rain's gonna
Water
go
gets
through the
in
bag.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like if you have a water bottle, it's gonna like it's not gonna stay cold. It just
Mhm.
it doesn't work well.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
it at all.
Yeah, so I know the things that RJ and I listed off may sound like a lot, and we have a system to it to where our back's not overloaded. Plus, it does help that we have a stroller. Every now and then, I'll be like, "Here, I'm gonna throw my bag in here for just a minute so I can give
Mhm.
my back a break or whatever." But it really, I have never felt like overwhelmed by my backpack.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe hot,
That's-
a little bit more hot than what I
Yeah.
should be. But I also, this is going to be TMI, but I also kind of like it because I get so sweaty that sometimes it kind of hides that a little bit wearing that backpack.
Yeah.
Honest. I mean, I'm just being honest here.
You can be honest,
but-
RJ. Anyway.
Does it hide anything else?
But yeah, I think that's
Look at my.
yeah, I think it's super helpful. I'm kind of considering, and I've never considered this before, doing an umbrella, like a small little umbrella that I can carry with me too.
Yeah.
That's like one of the pop out ones.
My mom used to do that a lot.
They
Yeah.
do allow them
Together.
at Disney. Yeah.
Well, and
Which
I
is kinda
think too
surprising.
for like they're
Yeah.
twofold. They're good for both heat and rain.
Yeah.
So like if it gets super hot and you're standing waiting for a parade, an umbrella might be nice to kind of hold to block that sun out for a little
Mhm.
bit
Even UV
before the
umbrellas, they
parade
sell
starts.
now.
What, Jocelyn?
That
you have
just
an
like
opinion?
stresses me out because if I was standing next to somebody with the umbrella while I was waiting for a parade, I would be so mad. Like, put the umbrella away.
Don't poke me in the eye. I want to see this
All right.
parade.
Moving on from bags, are there any sort of dining reservations or even just like quick service options that you're trying to get or that you want to do on the trip that you're going on? I know, Noah, you're only going for a day, so you're probably
Yeah.
just going to hit up some quick service
Mhm.
options,
We're just
right?
gonna go to quick service. The only place we would go is the 50s.
Yeah.
Prime and Dine.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. Yep, I was close. Yeah, we're
Prime
not
and
going
Dine.
there. Listen, I've been getting words wrong all day long.
I'm gonna
You
go to
can
that
ask-
Prime and
you
Dine.
can- I've been getting words wrong all day today, and I don't know what it is. But anyway, we would go to there, but it's more fun when you have a group. It just really
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as fun if you just go like 4 people or 3 people or something. It's
No.
just not nearly as fun as a group. And if you are going there, you have to have fun with the server, okay?
Yeah.
It's a two-way street. You can't just have the server do all it, because we had a table next to us last time we went.
Mhm.
They didn't know what was going on. They were so
I
confused.
think they were
and
confused.
like
Yeah.
they just were like looking around like, what the heck?
I think some
We were
of
having a
our
great time.
favorite memories from our trip was from primetime dining.
Yeah, prime time
Yeah.
is
So
awesome.
we'll have to do that again in January.
Now, Noah, are you going to do like a Backlot Express or any like Rosie's, or which ones are you planning on doing for yours for Hollywood
Woody's
Studios?
Roundup.
Woody's Roundup.
We weren't able to get that reservation, but we would do that. We would definitely do
Woody's
that, 'cause
Roundup.
Not
Oh,
Lunchbox.
I'm thinking box.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Roundup
Woody's
is the barbecue
Roundup
place
is
that's
good.
That
It's
one's good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It is
Woody's
good.
Lunchbox, sadly, they are closing it the day we're there because I might commit arson. But we are going to Backlot Express. At least I am, because I love the food and the atmosphere there. You can ask my family. Every quick service I love, everyone hates. And I don't know why. Because I love Backlot. I love Cosmic Rays. I just love all
Oh
of
my
them.
word.
But we're also going to,
I-
don't worry, we'll also go to Docking Bay 7. That one has good food too.
That one does have decent food. It's just different food.
Yeah, the spicy tip yip.
It's different than what you're used to. So
Yeah.
like it's good, but it's like, well, that's unique combination.
Like the
I
spicy
wonder if
tip yip.
that's gonna-
It's fried
Oh my
chicken.
word. Just
It's
listen
fried
to the
chicken
name of it.
in a cube. It's fried chicken in a cube. Like,
Yeah,
where else
But
could
it's
you
good.
get that? It is very good. And the spicy
It's
is very
weird.
spicy.
but it's
No.
It's
good.
very spicy.
If I'm
There's also
eating
normal
a quick
tip yip.
service at Hollywood Studios, I'm going to Rosie's. I'm getting that breadstick with the marinara sauce and the strawberry lemonade, and then I'm walking to Beauty
The
and the
frozen
Beast.
strawberry lemonade.
The
Yeah.
frozen
Oh
strawberry
my
lemonade.
goodness, it's so
Oh
good.
my word.
So good. Are there any that you wanted to get but that you couldn't get that were like, man, if I could go there other than Rosie's? Like I know you said the
Roundup Rodeo.
round Woody's.
Yeah. Since we're going for only one day, it's like kind of reservations are a little bit meh, you know?
Yeah.
Like when you're going for
Almost
one
a
day, you
waste
just
of
kind of want
time.
to be in and out. Yeah, it's almost a waste
Yeah.
of time. But like, we would get Woody's Roundup if we were going for a week or something because
Yeah.
it has very, very good food. Yeah, there's not many in Hollywood Studios that like you can get a
No.
reservation for and it's like worth it. Besides 50s Prime and Dine, you know, that one.
Prime Dine. Prime and Dine.
But yeah, there's not really anywhere else unless you want to go to like what's the Brown Derby. Unless
I've
you
never
want to
been
go
there.
Yeah,
there.
I've never been there, but I hear it's really nice. Like it's a
Mhm.
fancy restaurant. I just
Yeah.
never wanted to go.
Apparently, it's very good. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Disney actually had to get licensing to have that there because there's actually a Brown Derby in Hollywood, I
Hollywood.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'd have special licensing, and now I think Disney owns the company.
Wow.
Oh, really?
That,
That's cool.
Pretty funny.
don't hold me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was from a shaky source.
For our trip, we're intentionally not doing a lot of sit down or dining reservations. We're doing more like one snack a day, one quick service meal a day, and then just kind of bringing in food in the parks. But I think there's must do's that we both have, Jesselyn and I both do. Like for me, I want to get a cinnamon roll, probably Gaston's Tavern or Boardwalk, since we're going to be landing there with the Skyliner, jumping over to Boardwalk and getting a cinnamon roll over there. Or even doing the spring rolls at Adventureland. There's those definitely major places that I have to hit, but mostly we just do like a lot of quick service or bring in our own food for this trip so we can save a little bit of money so we can go to Disney World more. And so we're
It's
not
the
going to
circle
be
of
doing
life.
so we're not going to be doing as many sit down. And then that's intentional too because of our January trip. We're expecting that we're going to probably do a few more dining reservations because we're going with a bigger group. And so we're kind of trying to save more for that trip to do those sorts of things. And this trip is just kind of going to be a fun family quick getaway type deal. So we're doing less of those. There's certain things that are non-negotiables for Jesselyn. What are those non-negotiables?
Oh my
for
goodness,
you?
why would you say it like that? You have
Well, I said
non-negotiables as well.
I said a cinnamon roll and spring roll.
Okay, so
and-
today I made a statement that I wanted something when we go to Disney, and he was like, "You want a lot of things when we go to Disney." So do you. It's not just me.
I would step into this conversation, but I know how much I'm going to be spending on merchandise, so I can't really say anything.
Okay, that's the other thing too we have to consider is merchandise.
RJ, like, he does all of his spending before the Disney trip. That's
Yeah.
his big thing.
That's true.
Okay, so I will have to say that if I could get a reservation to this place on this trip, I would. And there is part of me that wants to beg, let's get a reservation here. But Cape May's breakfast at Beach Club
Oh.
is
Yes.
so good. It's a buffet style, which typically, like naturally in the outside world, outside Disney bubble, the word buffet is not appealing. But
Yep.
in the Disney bubble, like it is the bomb.
No, yeah,
And
buffets are awesome at Disney.
I
Yeah.
would dare say that is better than Ohana's, in my
if-
opinion now.
If
Really?
it
I've never
had
been.
if it had the pineapple bread
So good.
easily, it would be my favorite by far. And then you can meet most of the Fab Five, everyone except Mickey, in their
Yeah.
beach attire. And so I love that breakfast, and it was a good experience for us, and so I just want to do it again. So if I could get a dining, that's where I would get it. But my quick service options would be Dole Whips every day. I want a LeFou's brew. But something I have been craving for months now are Mickey waffles. Like, I just want some Mickey waffles
Listen,
so bad.
yesterday, my mama was cooking dinner. I said, you go make pancakes. And she said, no, why would I make pancakes? So I said, okay, I'm going to make myself some pancakes. So I made myself some pancakes. I made the batter. And I was like, you know what? These need a little more something. So I got out the Mickey waffle iron, and I made myself some Mickey waffle pancakes.
Noah, you should have told
tasted
me.
so good. Listen, if you're ever making some, just splash I was going to say a dash, but just a lot of vanilla. And it'll mostly taste like a Mickey waffle.
Definitely, 100%.
If you just dump out in a lot of vanilla, it just tastes like a Mickey waffle, and it's just
I do that
amazing.
for all my pancakes anyways.
Yeah, but you know.
I do want some Mickey waffles so bad. And I really want a Starbucks in the Disney cup.
Family friendly.
That on
anyway.
a t-shirt.
I'm sorry. Noah's word mix up rubbed off.
Spreading. It's spreading. I think 50s Prime and Dine is better. Is better than whatever that was.
Yeah.
You forgot one thing that you were craving, Jesslyn. You forgot one thing.
Chocolate croissants.
Pandora Night Blossom Satuli Canteen Lunch. Ooh, Pandora and Sun.
Yeah. What I like at Animal Kingdom is
Oh, Yak and
Oh, that
Yeti
place
is
is
good.
getting-
yeah.
Yak and Yeti is actually very good.
I
And
don't know what I just said right now either.
this is gonna be a
Bad.
fun recording, y'all. This is. I hope
I
this
wonder
doesn't mess
what
up.
AI is gonna cut out for our reels.
I really hope this doesn't mess up.
So funny.
Are there anything new that you're going to try on this trip? Like, I know one year, Jesslyn, we were sitting in a hotel and there was a quick service option right next to our hotel room in Caribbean Beach. And she tried a chocolate chip croissant for the first time ever. And man, she just, like, every day,
had
she's like,
one
go back
every
and
day.
get one. It was like $4 too. Like, it really wasn't that expensive for Disney level food. Like, that's not that
Listen,
much. But
I love
no.
a croissant. The croissants are my favorite bread. I love them. And see if
I
there's
see
some
why
chocolate
you and my little
chips in
brother
it.
get along.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Ethan and I can go out on some bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch out, Wheat Farm! Here we come.
That's funny.
Though I'm going to French Quarter for my resort tomorrow, and
Beignets.
exactly. Listen, I'm going to break my record. I think I'm going to try. Okay, because last time I was there, I ate. Drum roll, please. Okay, thank you. I ate 16 beignets in a singular day.
Wow.
I don't want to count how many calories that was, but I'm going to beat it. Maybe.
17?
word.
You're going to go for
Maybe.
17?
Maybe 17.
Go 20.
20. Just like the hot dogs.
No.
I think I can.
No,
I think I can.
no.
Yeah, you haven't
This
done
is
the
a
hot
bad
dogs
idea.
yet.
How much did I have that? That was a lot.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
All right.
beignets
Moving
are-
on to our next. Do you have any sort of like? I know for you, you're probably not doing lightning lanes because it's for a day. Are you?
We may. I don't know.
Oh, really?
That's going to be a day of decision, which I don't think is a super great option. But, you know, like, depends on how long lines are because we've been looking at them and they've been honestly average. Like,
yeah.
Rise
I've
Resistance
noticed that.
75, Smuggler's Run 50. The longest wait in the park was for Slinky Dog, and that was 125.
Yeah.
Slinky
But
Dog
everything
is
was around
always
an hour.
really long. Yeah.
It's a low sloater. It's a slow loader. Like one time I went in the middle of July. I mean the middle of July. And we waited for Slinky Dog for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I believe it.
It was the worst experience ever. And
it's
I'm
hot.
pretty sure. Yeah,
So
there's no
hot.
fans. Yeah.
Yes.
I think the reason that it took so long is because some kid threw up on it. Because I saw them have a train in the station for a while. Cast members were hovering around it. And then they sent that train around the track once with no one in it. So I was like, oh, some poor kid ate
Yeah.
16 beignets and immediately got on Slinky Dog Dash. That's exactly what happened. There's no other option. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Hollywood Studios is one of those parks that I definitely want to get a lightning lane for, just because of Rise of the Resistance, Slinky
Yeah.
Dog.
No,
But, like,
does Rise
Rise
Resistance
is
Does
separate.
it require... Yeah, I was about to say, it's a separate lightning
Mhm.
lane.
Yeah, so I don't always do it for Rise, but like you've got so many major rides in the park that would be considered tier 1. So you've got like your Rock and Roller Coaster, your Tower of Terror, you've got your Slinky Dog, you've
Is
got
Mickey and Minnie's?
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway
Is
Railway
it tier
is
1?
a tier 1. Yeah. And
There's
so
only a
you've
few
got
tier 2
so
in the
many
entirety of Disney World, right? 'Cause
right, yeah.
It's
It's
Flight of
like your
Passage.
Dumbos, yeah, those sorts of rides. So like it's your big major rides, and so sometimes it takes ridiculous amounts of time. Like Slinky Dog, that's going to be one of the first ones that I try and get so that I
Mhm.
can get on it. And one time we were able to get 2 Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and 1 Slinky Dog and then like a Tower of Terror one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so, like, you can sometimes knock out some major attractions through those lightning lanes. It just depends on how you plan it. So, kind of the tips that we've heard that I don't necessarily love is to get a smaller attraction for your first one, because then you can book a tier 1 later that day. So, if that makes
Oh.
sense, like, if you go ride a tier 2 kind of lame little ride and I say lame, like, they're not really lame, but like what is that alien swirl one,
Alien swirling saucers.
yeah. So if you ride that one right at the start of the day, say 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whenever the park opens, then now you have the opportunity to go and to pick up another ride later on, and you could pick up a Tower of Terror or a Mickey's Runaway Railway, one of those tier 1s that you weren't able to get the first time around. So kind of my strategy with that is to get like a Slinky Dog first, and then to go ride and then get one of those, or not first, but like to get the Slinky Dog as one of those rides for that day, and then get a cheesy ride that I go on first thing in the morning. And again, cheesy meaning like alien swirling saucers, not something super big. But then that gives us the opportunity to book some of those bigger ticket attractions at Hollywood Studios. And I do that for every park. There's always those major ticket attractions. Now, some of them are locked behind that, and we've talked about that a lot on the show, so I'm not going to drill into that, like the Trons or the, those Guardians rides where they're going to be locked behind that extra paywall. But for the most part, you can get just about everything in if you do a day in Lightning Lane. And the pricing wise isn't that terrible where it's like awful to do it every time. But we don't do it for parks like Animal Kingdom either, because there's just not enough rides and enough long wait times. And then for Epcot, we've gone back and forth a lot on doing this, and I don't know that we've decided yet, have we, Jocelyn, on whether
I
or
think
not
the
we
last
want to
time we
do
talked, we decided that we really wanted to. Our priorities for Lightning Lane days were going to be Magic Kingdom days and Hollywood Studio days, because they have the most things going on. Whereas with like Epcot, that would be an easy wait
Mm-hmm.
day, except Guardians. We will probably pay for Guardians. So
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's what we kind of thought of, is just do Guardians for that day. But then, like, I'm not going to ride Frozen and Three Caballeros
Yeah.
and Living with the
Uh-huh.
Land and Soarin'. Like, I'm not going to pay for that. But I
Yeah.
will say, there is a rumor that they're going to have annual pass holder previews
Oh,
for
yeah.
Test Track the week
Mhm.
that we're there, because it opens the following week. And so if they
Yeah.
have ride open, I will be ecstatic to be
Mhm.
able to ride that ride.
Yeah.
Definitely will be doing
It's
that.
always
for
exciting
sure.
when something happens at Disney the day you are there. Like, I remember
Yeah.
when we were there in January, they started selling beignets outside of Pecos Bills. And
Yep.
that line, it was right outside Pecos Bills, like right across the way from Splash Mountain. The line was from that little hut, like all the way to the start of Splash Mountain by the end of the day, I heard. And
Yeah.
it was insane.
yeah.
Beignets are that good, though.
So the other thing that we've got that is kind of a disappointment is the day that we leave is the day they open up the Starlight
Oh, yeah?
show. That's the
Ah.
day we're leaving is when they're
Oh.
opening that up. And I can't change that because, I've got to go to work on Monday. So it's just kind of like, that's devastating. But that would have been awesome.
You'll
to
be able to
do,
pick up
so.
merch, though. And I can
It's
text you to pick up me
true.
merch.
As you always do.
I do, yeah. I just love my
You
bank
are
account number
Spencer.
just going down.
Yeah, we have taken gift cards for both you and Spencer before.
Yep.
All right. Now, day of arrival, what are you doing, Noah?
So we arrive tomorrow at crisp 11 a.m. and we will be going to the hotel, checking in everything, getting everything set, getting our luggage down, and then immediately going to get beignets, and then immediately going to Disney Springs to, just
Will you
enjoy
ride the boat
shopping.
there since you're staying at French Quarter?
Yes, we will. I forgot about that.
Yep.
That's the best boat.
The bet. That is,
It's
I
such
love
a
that.
nice boat.
I love
It
that.
kind of
Mhm.
brings you in at a cool place in the parks too, where it's
Yep.
like the perfect location.
Yeah, you get right to that Disney side. You don't really have to
Mhm.
deal with the, like, I call it outlet mall stuff, but like your average
Yeah.
stores. Yeah.
Are you planning on the next day going into Hollywood Studios like rope drop to close, or what is kind of your game plan for
I
that, or do you
think-
not have one yet?
I don't think we really have one, but I'm just thinking. I was going to say theoreticalizing, but that's not a word.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Me and my guests are going to go on to.
Noah.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to wait a little bit after opening, probably. We might rope drop. I don't think so, but we might
Why
wait like an
not?
hour or so. I don't know because I have
It's
old
your
people with
only
me.
day.
I don't know. I could just go by myself
You
and
could.
and do our possible thing that we're doing on that day. Wink. Recording.
What are you recording? What?
My vlog.
I didn't know
They
that was
didn't
a
hear
thing.
me. They didn't hear me. I was waiting for that. That's why I didn't say anything. I was waiting for the loud Justin laugh after the quiet. It's like lightning and thunder.
That's so mean, Noah. You know what I will not be doing on my Disney trip? Going to Country Bears.
You know what I won't be doing as well? Going to Country Bears only because I'm going to Hollywood Studios.
You know what you also will not be doing? Muppet
Doing
Vision.
Muppet Vision 3D.
Cold.
Fun fact, okay? The last person to leave the Muppet Vision 3D theater was
I
Jim
know.
Henson's daughter.
I know. It's all
That's
over
so
TikTok.
sad. And Net Folicello was last seen. Isn't it sad?
All right, moving on. Are you planning on doing any sort of fireworks?
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be doing Phantasm. Is there? A
Yeah.
question?
You have
You have to.
Yeah, it's Hollywood Studios.
Dun, dun, dun.
You hear the microphone?
For us, I think we are planning on. I don't think we really are rope drop people. We try to get there as early as possible, but we don't ever get there early enough to
When
rope
did you
drop.
start having amnesia, RJ? When did that happen?
No.
Jesselyn likes to be there when the park is opening.
Yeah. When
So
we
we
go as
do-
a family, I wake up at like right at 9 or something, and I already see 5 text messages of the castle, Jesselyn at the castle, Jesselyn with her Starbucks, and then Jesselyn with her Dole Whip.
Yes.
Within 10 minutes, I'm like, oh, that's where they went.
I
We're
will be
typically
there.
pretty early. I don't
Yeah.
think that we've done like the rope drop, get there an hour before the park opens early.
No. But like if the park is opening at 8, I will be on my transportation at 7:30.
Yeah, but I'm
It's
saying
like
like
that
there's
type
some
of-
people that are extreme. They'll be there an hour before the
Hours.
park opens.
Yeah.
They'll be first in line at the rope for the rope drop, which they're doing rope drop differently now. They're letting you go in the ride queues now. They just won't open up the rides until they open them up. But like, so that's a little different. We're going to have to get used to that. Unless they're doing early park entry, then they won't do that
Oh.
because they'll block it off for just hotel guests. But I
Mhm.
don't think we'll qualify for any of that because we're staying in 2 value resorts this time around. We're doing a split stay. So I don't think we'll qualify for some of those early park entries because I
And I
think
do
they're
have to say,
only
it used
moderate
to
and
be
deluxe.
more worth it whenever they
Yeah.
did the opening show. Open show? I don't remember. It was at Magic
Yes.
Kingdom. It was more worth it to do it then because you get
Yeah.
this whole show with the Dapper Dans and like they pull a train in with Mickey Mouse and all the family of the day gets off the train and they're like, we opened the Magic Kingdom, and then they would rope drop and everyone would crowd each other and trample each other and then we get the happy magic time. So yeah,
Yeah, they've changed a lot of that. They still do the goodnight kiss though, I think.
they do
right,
still
at
do the
Magic
good night
Kingdom.
kiss like
Yeah.
30 minutes after closing.
Yeah.
I've only
think
seen it
that's
once.
Still pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think we've only seen it once.
It was
I
because
think I remember my brother telling me that he was the last person in the park one time. I
Was it
could have
Yes,
made that up.
he was.
Yes.
He was.
Yeah,
'cause he
I
was
think we were with
shopping.
him.
He was shopping.
Yeah.
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 Because I remember we were leaving and we just heard fireworks going off and like music started playing. We're like, what the heck is happening? We weren't here for that long.
Now, we will be doing all of it. Like, we'll be not necessarily rope dropping, but we will be going in early and
When
staying
it
pretty
opens.
much.
We'll be there when it opens.
Right. And I think for us, like, we have to consider our daughter. If it was
Yeah.
just Jesselyn and I, we would probably stay until after closing. You
If
know,
it was
like
just
that's
Jesselyn,
the...
she'd be there an hour before the park opens to an hour after the park is closed.
No, look,
Yes.
not all the time. Sometimes I'm waiting on her, okay?
Depends if I washed my hair that day or not.
Yeah.
So, fun fact, her hair is also dependent on her mood that day.
It is. It does.
It is the center point of the mood of the family.
Yes.
But I
Yes.
think that
Goes
like
back to the insecurity statement at the beginning of the podcast.
with our daughter, sometimes that can be difficult because she starts to get really sleepy, like towards the Phantasmic show or
Me too.
towards the end of the fireworks show, Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom. So we kind of gauge her to determine, like, a lot of people will still go off and ride a few more rides after the fireworks are over. That's not necessarily always us. We've done that in the past.
We
But
pretty much let the
lately-
fireworks be our last thing.
Yeah, or like the nighttime show that we go see be our last thing and then we head out. With the Epcot one, we kind of like move towards an entrance to like we're not going to ride that one. With the Hollywood Studios one, you have to see Phantasmic. And there's no rushing to get out of that. It's just like
No.
you get out when you get out.
Mhm.
So don't try pushing people. Please don't push
Just
people.
go
You're
with
going to
the
get
flow.
out when you get out. And they have a good exit strategy. Just kind of
Very
go
good.
with it.
You get to go backstage
And then
Phantasmic.
Epcot, just I would say, like, you're going to be around World Showcase. Like, it's packed, but it's packed all around the whole World Showcase. Just take your time, especially if you're in a Skyliner. It looks like a ridiculously long ride after those shows at Hollywood Studios and at Epcot. But honestly, those Skyliner resorts move so fast.
Yeah,
like
the Skyliner
the
is
loading
the best
in-
thing.
and unloading of that thing is ridiculously quick. And I'm excited that we're staying at 2 Skyliner resorts for that reason, because we don't have to worry about that. And ironically, we're only going to drive to Animal Kingdom this time. So we're doing the Skyliner, and then
No
we're
buses?
doing the bus to Magic Kingdom.
Bus to
Oh,
Magic
okay.
Kingdom.
Yeah, I'm
Bus
sure there
to
there
Magic
must have been a
Kingdom.
conversation there.
There was no
Yeah.
conversation. It was just a
Oh.
statement of fact. Like, you can drive to Magic Kingdom if you'd like to. I'm going to take the bus.
I do say, taking a car to Magic Kingdom is the worst plan. It is
And
the
honestly-
hardest way to get to Magic Kingdom.
Driving to any other park, I really don't mind it. I have no problem driving to Animal Kingdom. If we weren't staying at a Skyliner resort, I would say let's drive to the other parks as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Magic Kingdom is just a bus one. Just take the bus.
All right, Noah, are there any things that you have to do?
Yeah, ride Muppet Vision 3D, but not that.
Buy merchandise.
Yeah, buy merchandise. That is the main thing. As long as I walk out with at least 10 shopping bags, I'm good. But I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I mean, we're just going to Hollywood Studios. So there's not much is like I have to do this besides just going to Galaxy's Edge and anything we would normally do. But yeah.
Jesselyn, is there any must-dos for you this trip?
There is. I have several, like the Mickey waffles and the Dole Whips, which we've already covered. But there is one thing that we have not done with Bella yet, and that is meet Mickey on Main Street. And
You
so
haven't met him yet?
I'm going to make that a priority for this trip, for us to get a couple of family shots.
Mhm.
And then I think RJ needs to get one for his travel agency.
I do want to get just one by me and Mickey.
Yeah. And so, and then
that's
one of
good.
just Bella and Mickey. And so, she has some princesses and stuff that she wants to meet. But I would say that's a high priority for me. Yeah.
I'm really excited because I've never done a water park, a Disney water park.
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
forgot
so
about that. Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
very, very excited to try out the Blizzard Beach this time around and just kind of see what that's like, because I've never experienced anything like that. And I think that, as with all things, Disney does everything with excellence, and I think their water parks are going to be no different. And so I'm very excited to try that out for sure. Is there anything you're nervous about for your
Yes.
trips?
Flying.
I get nervous for rain.
I get nervous for heat.
TSA freaks me out.
Oh, I get that. I get that.
Besides that, I'm completely fine.
I don't mind the afternoon rain showers because I know they're short lived. I don't want a whole rain day,
I'm okay with rain.
I worry more about our daughter because she doesn't handle heat all day well. And so if she doesn't cool down during the day, then it could be like she gets exhausted faster. We get exhausted faster the longer we're in that heat. And so that's what kind of a little bit that I'm kind of nervous about. Is there any mission for the trip, like ride everything or buy all the merch or anything like that? For me, like it's going to be grabbing a ton of videos
Oh,
for
yeah,
yeah.
he's going to buy himself a little
Reels.
gimbal before.
I have a gimbal for my super secret project.
So like that's my mission on this trip. Like I want to do a lot of those for like shorts and reels and
Mhm.
different things like that.
My mission is always the same. Get there at park open, get my coffee, get my family photo, and then I'd be happy.
No.
Because
Get a
then I
Dole
can
Whip.
pull my hair up. I got to keep the hair down for the photo, and then I can pull my hair up.
My hair is always.
No, is it just your super secret project?
Your mission.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to do my mission, my super secret project. That's my mission. The super secret that we didn't already talk about.
Well, I'm not sure how these next couple of weeks are going to go as far as podcast recordings are concerned because we're going to be passing each other. And so where I'm going to be out or where Noah's going to be out here in the next couple of days, he's going to be out next week. So Jesselyn and I might record one. We might bring in a guest. We don't really know. We're not sure. And then
We're
the week
great at
after that,
planning.
we're going to be out. And so we don't really have a plan for that either. So we might be taking a week or two to figure that out. And so we'll let you know and communicate via social media. If nothing else, if we don't release a podcast episode the week that we're in Disney World, just follow our channel because we are going to be probably posting a ton of videos and
follow
things
our
like
channel,
that.
So I have to wear a Stitch costume all around Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
We didn't get to
Remember-
post that because our
Yeah.
video messed up.
Yeah, that's
Like,
too.
I'm
oh
gonna
yeah,
be
we
making
didn't.
that
It's
a
technically
big-
not announced.
No,
unless...
no. I'm going to be making it a big deal.
Okay, make it a big deal then.
Right now? Okay.
Yeah.
If we can get 1,000 followers, listen up, everybody. We can
Use your
get
listening ears.
1,000 followers on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, one of the three. Then Noah has agreed to let me buy him a Stitch onesie for Christmas that he will wear around Magic Kingdom, take one lap around all the lands on one of our days on our Disney trip in January. So help me get the word out, share the video, share the podcast, get 1,000 followers so that Noah will walk around in a Stitch onesie.
Yup.
Now
That's
we have to
happening.
do it. Come on.
Now that we've said it. Okay, it'll be kind of fun. It'll be good content. Maybe
Yes.
Disney
It'll be
will
great
finally
content.
recognize us and
We
be like,
can
let's
put
send you a
Bella
PR
in a
package.
Lilo outfit, and the two
We
of you can walk
could.
around together.
We could. And then we could go to Ohana that morning.
Yes.
Perfect plan.
Yep.
We're great at planning.
Well,
Who said we were
thank you,
bad at planning?
If you've stuck around this long, we really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching and hanging out. Really, honestly, let us know how this recording went as opposed to the way we used to record it. And let us know if the audio quality is still the same. Obviously, we'll be listening to it and stuff as well. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you every single week hanging out and listening. And I'm not sure how this is going to go, but hopefully I'll be able to edit it the same way where I can say the same line that I always, and now we are not switching to the same pre-recorded message we played last week.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our show. Before you go, please don't forget to gather your belongings and head over to our email at carouselpod@gmail.com to ask us your questions. Oh, and wouldn't you believe it? You can now bring the magical sense of vacation right into your home. Check out the Magic Candle Company and use our exclusive link with the code CarouselPod at checkout to get 15% off your order. And don't forget, we're here to help you plan your future Disney trips. Just send us a message at rj@famvia.com. Until next time, we'll see you in a great, big, beautiful week.